Bhajanka is joining us regarding Century Ply, Executive Director, and of course Sandeep Shukla, General Manager Global at Jaquar. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. Both the categories you operate in till some years back, now each of the categories become a billion-dollar enterprise. I mean, the other day I was at a home improvement studio there. I mean, the amount of variety each of your categories are offering now and the price range, it is phenomenal. So we thought of scratching that point a little more. Sandeep, let me start with you. Toilets, faucets, these things were not taken very seriously, and the material which we actually put there. But the way this entire landscape has changed, Jaquar is doing good work there. What kind of demand trend do you see in volume terms, or some data which you can share with us which really tells how things have changed over the years?
Yeah, hi. Thanks for calling me today. So basically, if you see in the last couple of years, the aspiration in the home segment has really gone multiple folds. And specifically, if I talk about bathroom, it's no more a conventional functional place anymore. It's a kind of wellness place where, if I divide the bathroom to 4 zones, one is basically a basin area, a WC area, and the shower area and the wellness area. So what has happened because of the disposable income, the people are traveling a lot, the bath space coming closer to the room, I think the whole aspirations have gone up. And in that case, if you see the whole industry, it has, have a multiple, in terms of rapid growth. And Jaquar, for example, being a market leader today, we have been seeing the double-digit growth from last 10 to 15 years.
Keshav, what about your end of the business? What kind of improvement in volumes are you witnessing?
So I think, post-COVID, the past couple of years have been really good. And we have seen increased traction. As you know, most people now have seen the benefit or the importance of the home far more than prior to COVID because of all the issues that we faced during that year and a half. If you can look at the number of residential real estate units that have been sold, it is clear that housing, the cycle has changed. And going forward, hopefully this will continue for the next 5-7 years or a decade also. We are very bullish. I think that going forward, there is ample scope. Our industry is still a fraction compared to that of China, and our populations are more or less comparable. So with economic growth, I think roti kapda makan, roti and kapda are tackled. Now makan will be the next big step, and market leaders such as ourselves will benefit from the same.
Hi Keshav and hi Sandeep as well. This is Vinny joining in the conversation as well. Keshav, I just want to talk about one more thing is, now it's time for Makan to grow. But in terms of Makan, when we talk about that as well, what are the trends that you're seeing in terms of that, especially in terms of when you talk about the premium segment versus the non-premium segment? How is the demand for those products as well? Is there a trend that we're seeing people going in for non-premium segments as of now then?
I think we need to, split it into 2 buckets. The premium segment demand is growing well. And, this is one area where I think that India is going to witness a continuous growth. Having said that, the non-premium segment or the mid segment, the economy segment, I think the growth is far faster. So while the entire industry grows, the mid segment, in my opinion, is going to grow at a higher pace. And this is going to lead to a slight shift, even though both are going to be growing. Even in our portfolio, we have seen the premium segment grow at double digit, but the mid segment grow at a far faster pace. So I think you're completely correct. Going forward, there is going to be a growth in all across segments, but perhaps the mid segment would be likely to grow a little faster.
Right. Sandeep, coming to you, just want to understand in terms of for your market also, how does this work out? Because when you look at it, there are a lot of players entering this segment as well. So any impact that you could see coming in for you in terms of competition? What is the growth in terms of your segment as well for the premium side then?
See, actually, India is it's a very peculiar market. The name of India. again go to South Asia, you won't see European brands. If you go to US side, you won't see a lot of the European as well as South Asian brand. Come to India, you name a brand is there. So in terms of the competition is always there. I think with what makes Jaquar very unique is that we straddle right from the economy to the premium to a luxury segment. So we have brands catering to all these aspects. And so the demand per se in the country is so high. So I think competition is not such a big issue. And I think taking from Keshav, the point was that today, if you see the value segment, because of the government impetus on that in terms of the low housing, the demand is really really high. During the COVID and post-COVID, I think the premiums, the middle segment has taken a bit of a hit, but that's the catch. It's growing up, but the luxury segment again, there is no as such the sluggishness there. In fact, some of the builders, if I'm correct, the DLF has posted the highest the growth, especially in the luxury segment. So if you see the demand is there, and it's the kind of portfolio we offer across the segment, I think I don't see there is any challenge. In fact, the last 2 years, we have gone even ahead of the market trends, and we have posted the double-digit growth the post-COVID.
Sandeep, how is competitive scenario looking? Because we understand that a lot of imitation, if I may say, of premium products is also at display, and then lower price, but the appearance of the product is as good as some of the bigger brands. How do you fight that?
See, the biggest challenge in our category is that it's a functional product. Bathroom products are functional products, and the usage condition, the water condition is something very unique to the country. I think a success of Jaquar of having more than 60% market share is the kind of a product which we have which comes from a lot of research and understanding of the Indian market. And if you see the spectrum of one axis of design, other is the quality, the functionality, the durability. I think that's what makes Jaquar very unique. So a lot of these, the competition is always healthy, but the catch is how much you understand India, how much you understand Indian market. I think this is where Jaquar sets apart, and we have a deep understanding of the country, the application, the usages, and all. So I think that makes us in a pretty good spot. And as you said, we are the only brand which has offering for all kind of segments. So we have a brand Esco, which is for the entry segment. Then we have a Jaquar, which is a big belly, which runs from a lower middle class to upper middle class. And then we have Artis, which is for luxury segment. So I think that makes it quite on a good wicket. The most important part, especially in this segment, to have a continuous on a winning streak is the customer care and the whole focus on quality. And I think Jaquar is a true blue manufacturer. So if you see, everything is in house. The quality standards. The water is a big challenge in India. So we have a research from every region to region. What is the water content? What is the hardness challenges there? A product innovation there. So that makes us quite a formidable player in the business. Yeah.
Sandeep and Keshav, I'd like to understand from you, when you guys are interacting with some of your big clients, institutional clients, if I may say, the big builders, because we talk to many of them, and up till now the volume growth seems pretty decent. But the planning stage discussions they are having with you, right? With us, they actually talk about what they've posted. With you guys, they talk about what they aim to do in the next coming months. So Keshav, what kind of feedback are you getting from some of your key real estate clients on visibility ahead, volume visibility?
For us, most of our sales, I think 95%, would be to end consumers. So we're not very much into the institutional sales segment as far as builders are concerned. But whenever you do have a discussion, what we observe is the buoyancy and the bullishness that is there is tremendous. It has been missing for the past decade or so. But today, the number of new launches that are being announced, the number of inventory that has been sold, giving working capital and giving cash flow to the entire developer segment to create more housing, to create a larger basket is there. So I think going forward, the buoyancy is there in the system, the bullishness is there, and you shall see an increase in the number of new launches. I'm sure you're already seeing it, but going forward, the rate is likely to accelerate further.
Okay, Keshav. Okay, Sandeep. Thank you so much for joining in with us this morning on ET Now, giving us an understanding in terms of the real estate market, in terms of your sectors as well, and the growth there. Obviously, we're seeing buoyancy coming in there. But on that note, thank you so much, both of you all. And viewers, we're going to